It's been far too long.
It really has.
And hello, friends listening to our dulcet tones that
Yes.
don't sound like we have allergies at all.
No, we are out here just killing it in the fall time. No allergies to speak of.
This is the Lost Girls podcast, and I'm one of your hosts, Neva.
And I am your other host, Maria.
And we did an intro, and it was good.
Oh my God. We're already so on top of our game this time. And if you haven't listened to any of our previous episodes, we're always this professional.
We know exactly what you're going to say,
Yep, totally planned out. Definitely weren't making lists 5 minutes before we hit record. So today's podcast episode is about the TV shows and movies that inspired the little witches in us as we were growing up. And we decided to separate books into an entirely different episode because it's too many to fit into one episode. And as I was making my list, I was like, oh shit, there are so many more books that had an influence and I can't even list them. So we just stuck to TV shows and movies. And we hope that you have some of them in common with us.
And I imagine that ours will overlap a lot because we both grew up in the 90s and they are all from the 90s.
Yeah, most of mine are from, some might be late 80s, but the majority is 90s. Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered one that This is what comes
right.
This is what comes from perfect planning.
Yes. I mean, we're so good at this. All right. Nevo, do you want to pick one of your more obscure choices? Not your top three?
Oh, well, honestly, I don't know if any of mine are obscure. I mean, growing up in the 90s, I feel like
That's true.
Okay, all right. I'll pick one that's not 90s. Bewitched, the original TV show.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like,
I thought about putting that on, but I never watched it. I just knew about it.
I think it was like in black and white, and it was on like those reruns, in the afternoon. And I would just like sit there. I'm like, wow.
Was Bewitched the one where she would wiggle her nose?
I can't remember. Okay, wiggling her nose was either Bewitched or I Dream of Jeannie, and I think it was I Dream of Jeannie.
Oh, maybe. I thought I Dream of Jeannie, she did that thing.
Oh, maybe you're right.
With her arms and her like head nod.
Okay, maybe Bewitched was the wiggle of the nose. That does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's like,
I didn't see enough episodes for it to make. I remember watching them, but not like being directly influenced by them.
Yeah. I think I was mostly just like, yeah, it was just fun to watch. And she could wiggle her nose and just like pop and do anything. And I'm just like, wow. Of course, poor guy who married her without knowing. That must have been a shock.
What a muggle.
My dad's a muggle. My mom's a witch.
Oh my
gosh.
It's just Bewitched.
Yes.
I mean, he's like, bit of a shock for him when he found out. It's like, oh, no, that's exactly the plot of Bewitched. Way to go, TERFs, stealing shit.
Yes, as we make references to the author of that series, let it be known that we do not advocate any of the author's views.
Not a single one. She sucks hard. All right. So Bewitched. That's awesome. I am fairly certain we weren't allowed to watch Bewitched because my Nana was like, it's witchcraft. It's no good. It's, But I do distinctly remember my dad liking I Dream of Jeannie. I'm assuming for the obvious reasons. So I do remember seeing a couple episodes of that. But yeah, neither of them were on my list. But that's good. Those are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Maria's turn.
Okay. One of my... It's in my top three, but I guess it's fine. It's during the the dark Disney era of the 90s.
Yes.
and it's The Black Cauldron.
Okay. I've never seen it.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah?
I tried to get the kids to watch it like not that long ago, and they were like, "Oh, Mom, this is so boring." And I was like, "Well, joke's on you. This movie fucking rules."
Is it animated or live action?
It's animated.
Okay.
Yeah, it's animated. I just remember watching that and being like, "Magic is real." I have just like such a visceral memory of that movie, and it was just so good. And The Sword and the Stone, like those two were very like coincide. You know, there was like Merlin and magic, and you know, it was like portrayed like the whole Arthurian legends that, you know, Disney was trying to capitalize on at the time. And there was just so much. It was the first time I think I had seen magic where it wasn't like
evil,
like a craggy old witch. And it was like portrayed as a bad thing, and I was like, oh no, magic is good.
Yeah. I think for most of these, for me personally, it was like I would watch Them while also feeling like I shouldn't be watching this. While also deep in my soul being like wishing so hard for magic to be real.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted magic to be real.
And while, you know, the way that Hollywood portrays magic and then magic in reality is not exactly the same. It's cool to then grow up and be like, oh, well, maybe my wish came true.
Yay! I know. It's crazy. Now that I like think back, I was like, oh man, that movie is bananas.
Which one? The Black Cauldron?
Yeah. He has to like find a magic black cauldron before like the king can, because he wants to make like an army of zombies.
Oh my god.
Like, yeah.
Evil
and
kings.
I'm pretty sure there's like a pig.
Patriarchy's gonna patriarch.
Patriarchy's gonna patriarch, yeah. I distinctly remember there being like a princess who helps the male main character, but she's like a badass princess, and there's like a pig sidekick, and I was like, yeah, no, this movie slaps. So, and now I'm like, yeah, I gotta rewatch this.
Is it on Disney Plus? Do you know?
It's on Disney Plus.
Okay, I might add it to my watch list.
Yes,
that's exciting.
So, The Black Cauldron, 100% recommend, 10 out of 10. So,
okay, I'm gonna pick one that's I think probably more well known. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking loved it. And I still watch
Obsessed.
it. Like, and I'll watch it, I'm like, God, this is amazing.
And it totally holds up.
It does.
Yeah. And we're not talking The Adventures of Sabrina.
Right.
The new one on Netflix. Which, don't get me wrong, love it. Great
Haven't
show.
seen it.
But completely
90s.
different vibe. We're talking classic 90s.
Is that Melissa Joan Hart? Is that
Melissa Joan Hart. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Yep. And fucking Salem, her cat. And
oh my god.
He's like
so
the
sassy.
The gayest, snarkiest cat on TV.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Oh, and her aunts. Oh, all of it was so good.
Her aunts were so smart, and like, like, is it wrong to say they're sexy?
No, they totally were.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like the mean girl. Livy, was that her name?
I don't remember now. Shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. Just like yeah. She's like the perfect caricature of a mean girl.
Yeah. I distinctly remember having a crush on Harvey.
Oh, yes.
He was just
like ultimate, you know, golden retriever energy.
Absolutely. Yeah. He really was like ultimate golden retriever boyfriend. And I definitely remember being like, oh my god, when I turn 16, they're going to find me floating above my bed and I'm going to be a witch.
Oh my god. You know what? What was I saying?
Sabrina.
Yes. 16 years old, floating with the bed. Yes. I'm
Yes.
pretty sure I had the same wish. And then I turned 16 and it didn't happen, and that was a letdown.
Yeah. I was like, well, this is bullshit. What the fuck, Sabrina?
All I get to do is drive a car by myself.
All right, I guess. It's pretty magical. I go to Dunkin' whenever I want.
Oh, and I loved their closet was like a portal to the other realm.
Yes.
And
yes.
Penn and Teller, whichever one it was like,
yes. Oh, that's right. I forgot they were in that. Oh shit, that's crazy.
I can't remember which one's Penn and which one's Teller, but whichever one talks and is like,
and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, the one that talks was one of her aunt's ex-boyfriends, and he was also on some council to make decisions, and he was just kind of an all-around douchebag.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that show was the epitome of the 90s.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good.
I'm gonna have to like go back and watch some of these now.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I feel like one that was concurrent is my next one. Sort of happened around the same time, maybe a little later, actually.
I have a feeling.
Was Buffy.
Oh, I didn't even put Buffy on here.
Yeah.
Well, that was okay. Yes, Buffy's. I own the Buffy box set.
Yeah, me too. So, funny thing about Buffy was obviously Buffy rules.
Yes.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched some of it when I was a teenager. But again, it was one of those shows where it was like, wasn't allowed to watch it if my parents were around because it was so witchy. And I was like, she actively wears a cross and whatever. So when I went to college, even though I didn't live at college, I would watch it in some of my friends' dorms. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as I graduated and got my own apartment, I bought all the box sets and binged it. And by that point, it had like just finished. Like the show had just ended. Yeah. And I think Angel was still on for like a season or two or whatever.
Oh, the most melodramatic fucking vampire in the world.
Oh, my God.
You know,
for real.
Like teenage me was like, oh, Angel. And now adult me is like, bro.
First of all, I'm Team Spike all the way.
Yes.
Whew. Yes, please. He goes and gets a soul for her. Anyway, it's fine. But yeah, I feel like Buffy had a huge impact on, you know, very young Maria living alone for the first time and being able to explore what she wanted. And witchcraft was like one of the things I wanted to explore. And Buffy helped. And also, because Willow in the show is a witch and also gay. And I was like, oh, shit. So
okay. Like,
this is just my life.
I just, Willow and, sorry,
Oz or Tara?
Oz. Well, what? Like, why can't they just all three be together?
Oh my God, right? I just wanted them all to be together. Like, that whole storyline was ripe for a triad.
Yes.
Oh,
and this is why we have fan
love
fiction.
Seth Green. And this is why we have fan fiction. You know, immediately after this, I'm gonna try and go find some fan fiction.
Oh, 100. This got to be out there.
There's gotta be a Willow, Tara, Oz triad. I'm 100% write that down real quick.
Also, speaking of problematic creators.
Oh, right. Yeah, he goes on the list too.
Yep.
Fuck you, Justin.
Please don't sue us. I have no
Please
money.
don't sue us.
I have no money. We are poor.
Yeah. No, I'm a public educator, and she's a former one, so we're broke.
I'm a civil servant.
Yep. Do you really want to sue the people who take care of your children and other people? No.
Yeah, that's it.
But
That's
anyway.
a good one.
Yeah. Buffy was definitely up there for me.
I remember like watching it when it was first out, and it was definitely one of those like, oh, so much shame.
Yeah.
Like feeling guilty, like I shouldn't be watching this. And so I think it wasn't until later in life when I was like, I'm gonna fucking watch this and it's gonna be fucking amazing, and it fucking was.
It totally was. It held it, yeah. Like I still watch it. I'll put it on and I still watch it. I think it's amazing.
I started a rewatch and I got to the point where Angel loses his soul, and it was like I was slowly watching it. I'm like, it just hurts.
It just hurts. It does.
It just hurts. And it's like, if I can get past that point, I'm okay. Spoiler warning.
Yeah, of 20 years. Yeah.
If
they have big bad sex.
An Angel loses his soul.
Because that's what happens when you have teenage sex.
That's what happens when you're centuries old and you have sex with a teenager. Joss Whedon.
Yeah, gross.
If I can get past that point, then I'm pretty good until Buffy's mom dies. And then I'm God. And then like I have to stop for like, I have to take a pause, and then I can keep going.
Those 2 episodes wreck me.
Yes.
Yeah. It's really rough.
And it's really like rough. It's like Buffy's been like, watch the next episode, and it's like Angel is evil, and I'm just like, I can't. It's like I'm not in the emotional place where I can handle that right now. Right.
I know.
Because then Jenny dies, and it's just like
that. Watching Giles, who, by the way, man, were we like just all sleeping on Giles? Because what a fucking hottie. Right? Every time I rewatch it, I'm like, yes, Giles.
Okay, so the funny thing is, Giles' accent and Spike's accent, like their actual real life accents are swapped.
Are swapped, right?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. And I love that, like, Spike, James Marsters,
yes,
doesn't have an accent. He's like from like Wisconsin or some shit in real life.
What?
Swear to God, he has no accent in real life. So he's just good old American boy.
Oh
and
my
he
God,
does this fucking phenomenal like Cockney British accent on the show that is mirrored of Anthony something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't remember his middle name.
I had he's American?
He's like crazy American.
Yeah. Okay, well, he does better Cockney than Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, wow.
And that's a Mary Poppins reference, which could also go on this list, if we're honest.
Oh,
Mary
I completely
Poppins
forgot about
was
Mary
totally
Poppins.
a fucking witch.
Are you kidding me? Her extendable bag? Yeah, obviously she's a witch.
She flies with an umbrella.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
She jumps into chalk paintings, okay? Like
she does jump into chalk painting. That's witch shit, my guy. Holy shit. Okay. What did you think I was going to mention that was happening at the same time as Sabrina?
I thought you were going to say Charmed.
Oh my God. Okay. So I was aware of Charmed and I didn't watch it, and it's for a shitty reason.
Tell me, please.
Well, I feel bad now because she's dead. I really couldn't stand Shannon O'Doherty's face. Like, something about it. She reminded me of every mean girl who had ever bullied me.
Oh.
And she was just one of those people that was like, if I got the chance, I'd punch her in the face. And I had no real reason to dislike her other than how she looked, which I feel bad about now.
Yeah.
But when I tried to watch it, I was like, ugh, I can't get through it.
Yeah.
Nope. And also the idea that like they were 3 sisters and I did not get along with my sisters because I am one of 3 sisters. So I was like, look at what we could be.
Right?
Like, we could be chanting about the power of 3 in the attic, and we're not because you guys suck.
Oh,
yeah. I never got it.
I remember sneaking episodes here and there, and I remember really liking it. But again, with the shame and the guilt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Witch wound is real.
Yeah, it is. I know.
And
it took me a long time to realize that.
Yeah. And like, I think it's on some streaming service, and I watched a few episodes, and I was like, okay, like plot wise, character wise, this holds up pretty well. Graphics, oh my gosh,
just so bad.
So bad.
So bad.
It's like maybe in the 90s it was believable.
Right. Oh my God. But now that's like although I will say, even when I watch Buffy, it feels more, I don't know, like appropriate. Like they didn't try too hard.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Which I think helps.
Yeah.
But
oh
my God.
It's like watching classic Doctor Who, and you know they had a shoestring budget, and you just accept that that's a person in a poorly designed monster costume, and you just go with it. But there's something about the graphics on Charm that I feel like kind of takes you out of the story a little bit. And I don't know if it was just poor graphics, 90s graphics, or it's like they were trying too hard or what. But yeah. But that was one, like, I always think about it, like, just, that would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah. They made a remake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that I think got a season or 2. And I watched, I don't know, maybe like half of the first season. It was pretty good. Yeah. I liked they were all like women of color.
Okay.
Which was nice.
Yeah.
And like one of them is like a skeptical scientist, and I was like, okay. Yeah. Like plot wise it held up a little better, and it was pretty good. But I didn't get super super into it.
You didn't get invested.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Should we cover the one that obviously everyone's gonna
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to say
We're a bunch of witches from the 90s. So obviously we watched the shit out of Practical Magic.
And I still love that movie. And
my God, me too.
And I watch it now as an adult, and I'm like, I understand why I loved this movie.
Yeah.
And I was
it
like,
holds up so hard.
Oh my God.
I know.
Except now I'm like, I just want to be the ants.
Oh God, 100%. Yeah, I used to want to be like Sandy B's character, and I was like, why? No, I want to be the ants that make midnight margaritas and dance around the kitchen and are just like living in this phenomenal female energy all the time and don't worry about what the mere fucking mortals or men are doing.
Oh my God. Yes.
It's so good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That movie definitely I like okay, apparently the movie's based on a book, right?
I think so, but I never read the book.
I've never read the book. Maybe I should add that to my list. But I feel like in terms of quote practical magic, I feel like that movie is a bit more, it's
closer
to reality.
Yeah. The stuff, like even the stuff that they have like around the house. And, I was like, oh, yeah, that's absolutely stuff us everyday witches are putting around.
Yes.
Just like, the hanging herbs and,
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely more practical.
Yeah. That was a movie that I would watch and just like wish so hard that magic was real.
Same. Same. Oh my God.
There was a point where I was like, did I just wish hard enough to make this did I manifest this? Or was it just like literally always there and I could tell?
Yeah.
I
know. I think that. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just there.
Yeah.
And you learn how to access it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I cannot explain, I feel like I've probably mentioned this on the podcast before, but so I live in Kansas. I grew up in Northeast Kansas, and there's a town called Lawrence, which I love. I don't care. I don't care about KU. Wait, why do you love Lawrence? Have you been there?
No.
Oh.
Because it's supernatural.
Oh, goodness. That's right. Okay. I watched part of the first episode, and I was like, I can't. I didn't even know that took place in Lawrence. Anyway, there's a street called Massachusetts Street, which all the locals abbreviate as Mass Street, and it was like the cool place to go when you're a kid or whatever, and you have nothing else to do in your podunk small ass town. But there was there's like the buildings on the street level, but then sometimes there was like below ground businesses too. Ooh. And there was a below ground business that said like tarot and neon lights. And every time I walked by, I would just be like, I want to go to there.
I want to go to there. Yes.
And I never did. And I still haven't, to be honest. And maybe I should, as an adult, just like go in. But, it was like, I just felt this inexplicable draw to it. And now I fucking read tarot,
Yeah.
And it just came really fucking naturally to me. Like, in a way that I can't explain.
Right. And I think that's what separates, I don't want to say like the skeptics or whatever from practitioners, is that I don't need to explain it. I just know it. And I'm okay with it being a mystery.
Yeah.
Because I think more exists in the universe than our simple human minds can comprehend. And that's it. That's magic. That mystery is magic. So whatever that means to you.
I love that. Yep.
Yeah. So
anyway, practical magic.
So good. I feel like such a game changer for a lot of young witches out there.
Yeah. And I love Sandra Bullock's character basically had an apothecary.
Yeah, she totally did. Yeah.
I mean, it was lotions and shit, but it was an apothecary.
Fucking apothecary, yeah.
I'm just like, I love it so much.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yes.
Oh my God. I will say, the death cricket,
bruh,
totally freaked me out.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Because I was like, every time I heard it, I was like, I'm going to die, or someone's going to die. I'm going to die.
Well,
this is the time.
The interesting thing about that is traditionally the cricket is seen as like good luck.
Right.
But in this universe, whatever the death cricket is, I don't know if it's a specific kind of cricket or what exactly how it works, but it's interesting that they took that and they turned it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know like where they got that little bit of lore. But
yeah. And Nicole Kidman's ex-boyfriend was oof.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What a piece. Gross.
All right. Next one.
Next one. What do we got?
So this is a movie that I watched at a sleepover.
Naughty girl.
And these bitches be a little crazy. It's called The Craft.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, they were fucking nuts. But I was also like, this is kind of cool as shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun fact, I did not watch this movie until last year.
Really?
I had never seen it.
I need I kind of want to watch it again. Like I don't do horror movies ever or at all, but I it sticks out to me. Like I couldn't tell you the plot or the names of the characters, but something about it like sticks out to me just as like, you know?
Yeah.
Like being in a room with a dozen other teenage girls and just like, oh, watching a witchy movie.
You guys are making your own kind of witchcraft. Yeah.
Like,
Aww.
ooh, all of our Christian parents would be so upset if they knew what we were doing.
I love it. Oh my god. Yeah, it was like one of those movies that was a little too far removed for me to like, and I didn't, have a ton of friends. So, or I wasn't allowed to do sleepovers.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay.
Poor little
Yeah.
I'll be Maria's friend.
You are Maria's friend.
I'll be little Maria's friend.
Okay. But last year, two of my like very witchy friends came over and we all like snuggled up on the couch and we all watched it. And it was amazing because one, I had never seen the movie, but two, it was like super healing for my inner child because it was like, oh, this is a thing I should have gotten to do as a kid and didn't.
I love that for you.
Yeah. So I liked the movie. I was like, oh, wow. The lead character, she's a crazy ass bitch. She needs to tone her shit down.
Very vengeful.
Yeah. It's like, damn, girl, chill. But I can see how like a whole generation of goth girls were born from that movie.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, oh no, I get it. And the part of it, nothing to do with the movie, but I think the social aspect of the movie that like guys then became obsessed with the hot witchy goth girls.
Oh,
was like, there's more to them though, right? Like all girls, right? And it just became this like stereotype that I did not like. But watching the movie, I was like, oh, now I get where all this shit came from.
Yeah.
So, okay. A cartoon from, I believe, the 90s. It might be the 80s. I don't know. David the Gnome.
I've never heard of it.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm gonna write it down though. David
so it might be late
the
80s.
Gnome.
David the Gnome. So David was a little gnome who lived in the forest, and he wore this like little red cap, and him and his little gnome friends would try to like save the forest, and like it was so cute and very reminiscent of like Fern Gully in that way, which
that movie,
Fern Gully should be on the fucking list.
Okay, we put a pin in that.
Let's put a pin in Fern Gully.
Okay.
Yeah, because it could go off on Fern Gully.
Okay, continue talking about David the Gnome. He sounds cute.
But David the Gnome was adorable. And yeah, I just remember like watching it as a very little kid. And I think like my sister must have just been born because she was a baby. And so it must have been like right when we moved here, like right after we moved here from Italy. And I just remember like watching them hop through the forest with like all of their little like sparkly magic and being like, oh my god, that's the life I want. I want to wear a cute outfit
and hop through the forest.
And hop through the forest as you see my magic.
Oh my god, I love that.
Let's unpin Fern Gully.
That movie scared the shit out of me.
Really?
Yes, like
oh my god,
the black whatever that
the oil monster.
The oil monster. It scared me so much. I was so worried for like the little fairies.
Well, yeah. Oh my god, I was convinced that I was like, well, clearly I have fairy sight. I'm not one of these lumberjack humans who doesn't have fairy sight. I can plant seeds in the ground and make them grow.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, oh my god. The tree that he was like trapped in.
Oh my god.
And then they cut it down. And oh my god, all of it was fucking terrifying. I just remember being so angry watching it. I was mad. Like, it made me mad.
I mean, that was the goal.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, it's like
to raise a generation of children that wanted to protect the environment.
yes, like it's such hardcore like environmental propaganda. But the fact that Robin Williams was like, fuck yeah, this rules. I'm gonna play a crazy bat. It's like so good.
Oh,
And like
shit.
easily one of the best songs he ever recorded is his song as that bat.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
I forgot Robin Williams did a voice in that.
Yeah. So good. Oh my god. And I totally had a crush on Krista the Fairy.
Yes.
Oh, she was so cute.
Yes.
And now when I watch it, I'm like, I'm just her grandmother now.
You are we are old enough to be grandmothers.
Yeah, I mean,
If I had had a kid at 18 and they had a kid at 18, then I'd be a grandmother.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I'm 40. So even if like I
Yeah.
had a kid at 20 and my kid had a kid at 20.
Which is a reasonable age. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. So what
right.
else you got?
Matilda.
Oh shit. I totally forgot about Matilda.
Like, if you want some happy feel goods, you know,
Yeah.
happy feel goods, Matilda. You know, except for her parents. Her parents sucked.
Oh my god.
And the mean headmaster lady, but
Oh my god.
her teacher was so nice, and then like adopted her.
I know. I was like, oh, that's the dream. Wish some nice witchy lady would take me away and adopt me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Matilda was also based on a book, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
it
that
was.
a Roald Dahl?
I don't know. Maybe?
I don't know.
Roald Dahl's got a bunch of weird magic shit in his books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very possible.
Yeah.
It feels like his kind of vibe.
Mm.
Which isn't he kind of problematic also in some way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. I don't know. I can't remember why.
I can't remember why specifically.
But I remember
either.
being justified in that I didn't like his books. So. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I know my sister read a bunch of them. She was obsessed with his books.
But we weren't
And
talking about books today.
We're not talking about books. We're not talking about books. I'm not talking about books. I'm going to try so hard not to talk about books. Fuck.
Danny DeVito is great in Matilda, though.
Oh my god, he's phenomenal. And the fact that him and oh my god, now I can't think of her name.
Oh, it's
But they like took her in because her mom was like actively dying of breast cancer at the time.
yeah.
I was like, oh my god, they were like their total antithesis of the parents they were on screen.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
Yeah. Good movie. I don't think I ever got any like witchy.
Well, Matilda had magic.
She did, yeah.
Yeah.
It just didn't like clock for me that.
Oh,
Yeah. I may have been too old.
mm.
Yeah.
That's possible.
But all right, should we do one more each?
Yes, I only have like one more.
Okay. One I put on here is Dune,
Okay.
which is like a sci-fi movie.
Okay.
And in the movie, Paul Atreides is the main character. And I watched like the older version where crazy, insane Kyle MacLachlan plays Paul Atreides, and he's awesome because he's fucking nuts.
You said Dune, right?
Dune, Dune.
Okay, so like there's a new.
They
Dune.
made a new one with Timothy
The guy.
Chalamet. Yeah, and like Zendaya's in it, and she's phenomenal.
Okay, so this
but
is like the older version.
This is the older version.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the movie, his mom is a witch, basically, and she comes from like an order of witches. And yeah, and so, and it's all very like kind of Middle Eastern, Arabic based, which I felt super drawn to, which now I realize is because that's like a hefty part of my ancestry. I did not know that at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like obsessed with the magic that these witches would like yield in order to like protect, Paul, because he was like basically the chosen one,
Right.
because, for whatever reason. And so I loved those movies, and then I liked them so much I went and read all the books. And then the new movies came out, and I was like, well, I'm obviously gonna go see these.
Okay, so I knew it was a book. I thought
Yeah.
the book was older than it was. I didn't realize the book was,
No, it's older.
I thought it was like from the 80s.
Oh. You know what? I don't know.
Okay. And I didn't know there was a, first version of movies, but I've watched like the first one of the new ones like once, and I think I enjoyed it. But maybe I should give it another watch. I mean, Timothy Chalamet, like, the boy can get it.
I know. He's adorable. So good. But yeah, so that was one that I liked, the witches. What else you got?
Now I don't know if I want to say the one that I had or a different one, because you mentioned Dune, and it reminded me of a different movie.
You could just say both.
Okay. Well, okay. So the one I already had on my list, it wasn't on the list because I felt like it was transformative in my journey, but mostly just because it's a nice, fun movie and it's just fun and silly. It's Hocus Pocus.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Hocus Pocus is on my list too. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Like
Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town.
Okay, I've never seen Halloween Town though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus is great.
Yeah, it's just fun and silly, and yeah, I like it. Okay, but the movies that I thought of after you said Dune was Star Wars.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I've seen them all.
Okay, so I mean, like, I grew up on the original series.
Yeah,
The
see, I
original.
was a Star Trek girl. I wasn't a Star Wars girl.
I was both.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you have your light and your dark, and
Yeah.
yeah,
And the balance of the Force.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
I love the new ones.
I haven't seen. I think we've had this conversation before.
We totally have. Because I'm 100% obsessed with Kylo Ren.
Yeah, it's okay.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, that was like a good, healthy. Oh, wait, I got to do the honorable mentions.
Yeah, I have a couple honorable mentions. So yeah, list yours.
Okay, so these came from my wife when
Yes.
she asked what we're talking about. The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, fuck yeah, the Emperor's New Groove. Hell yeah.
Right?
Yes. So good.
And The Road to El Dorado.
I love the Road to El Dorado so much.
I love
that whole
it for many reasons.
Yeah. But like two bisexual bards trying to find gold? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
That movie transformed me in a way that had nothing to do with witchcraft.
It's like, is this a bisexual awakening?
And also, like, the girl kind of ends up with the both of them at the end. So,
100%.
yeah, that movie is like a bi-poly awakening for so many people. So good.
Oh, shoot.
We could have a whole other episode on the movies that made us gay. But,
All right, well, writing that down for next time.
yep,
The Mummy.
the Mummy. Always the Mummy.
I still love watching the movie. I'm just like, I just want
I watch
to
it
be
all the
and-
time.
I just want to be and fuck all of them.
All of them. I can't, like, if you're like narrow down, I can't. All of them. Every single one.
I think
right.
Star Wars might also go on that list, actually.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Harrison Ford and Leia.
Princess Leia. Yeah. Yeah. Chewie.
Am I a furry?
We need to find someone who is and ask if that was a furry awakening.
Oh, God.
And then have them on the show. Speaking of furries, my honorable mentions was Fraggle Rock.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was obsessed with Fraggle Rock, and they were so witchy. And then, which is a horror movie, so I know you haven't seen it, but The Witch, but it's like spelt with 2 V's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm well into my witchiness as an adult, obviously. But I just appreciated the aesthetic and vibe of the movie and like how she became a witch. And it was like, she wasn't until everyone assumed she was and then punished her for being one. And then when she was outcast, she was like, well, fuck you guys then. And then became a witch. I was like, yeah, that's what happens. It's like you marginalize communities, they fight back. So, yeah.
Well, I have a feeling I have some movies to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. And some books to read. Oh my God.
Okay. How about a tarot pull?
How about a tarot pull? Get after it. What deck are you pulling from today, Neva?
This is called the Bone Dead Tarot, and it's very cute. It's very Rider-Waite-Smith based, except instead of like fleshy people, it's bony people.
Bony.
It's bony people.
By bony, she means skeletons, by the way. Not just, very skinny.
So I read at a fundraiser event last night. I was part of the paid entertainment, and I had a couple people who were like, well, I was a little bit nervous because I watched the tarot movie, and I'm like, no, honey.
What tarot movie?
Oh, there's a new movie. Okay, so
wait, what?
There's a new movie, and it's called Tarot or something, and it's basically like this cursed tarot deck that these people read from, and curses them or something. I don't know. I saw the preview for it when I went to see the new Ghostbusters movie, and I was just like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
And then I also had a person. It was like a group. It was 2 friends or sisters or something, and who had never had a tarot reading before. One was excited, and the other one seemed to not be. And she's like, well, she just thinks that we're like communing with the devil. And I'm like, no, that's not what this is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Love this for us. I pulled the Queen of Swords.
Ooh, such a bad bitch energy.
Right?
Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
And she's all like logical and making decisions left and right.
And okay, I love this. I mean, it's a skeleton sitting on her throne, but she has her hand out to the side, and she's like balancing a knife on her finger.
Ooh,
or on her bony
yeah.
fingertip, while some little scribey person like brings her a scroll.
Hell yeah.
Like, and then there's some sort of witchy ball hanging from her throne. And there's it looks like there's a hand like coming out from under her throne, like she squashed someone.
Ooh. Maybe it's more of a queening throne than we thought.
Yes. Oh my goodness. She has some sort of like gemstone hanging around her neck.
Love that.
Okay.
Get it, girl.
Queen of Swords is like, yeah.
Yeah.
Bad bitch.
I like the Queen of Swords.
I do too.
Okay.
Maria, what's bringing you joy this week?
Oh my gosh. So many things.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been a good week. But I got to spend some time with a friend yesterday, which was really nice, and we got to have some like girl hangout time, which I always treasure. And we just like walked around a bookstore for like 3 hours. And it was great.
that.
Yeah. So that brought me a lot of joy. And watching my oldest child compete in their first, well, they didn't compete, but they performed in their first marching band competition. Yes.
Yay!
Yes. But
So
watching
wait,
them,
do they have like a sousaphone?
no, they have this like extender thing on their fucking tuba, and they were hauling their tuba around a field. Yep.
Did they have like over the shoulder then?
Yep, it's on the shoulder.
Oh, okay. So, speaking from experience of being married to someone who did that, be careful of like shoulder injuries.
Yeah.
Especially, I know how small
Yes.
your kid is and how
Yes, they are not large.
fucking huge that tuba is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Avery had
Yeah. So it was fun to get to see them because the middle schoolers, and Colin's in middle school, they marched out with the high schoolers for the national anthem. And so it was just Colin on tuba with their one other tuba player at the high school because nobody fucking plays tuba.
Well, you don't want too many.
Yeah.
Especially in one place. It's dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was just nice to see them like experience that. And
I love that.
afterwards I was like, did you have fun? And Colin was like, yeah, marching band is going to be so rad. I can't wait.
Oh my God. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that
so
much.
Brought me an insane amount of joy. And I also got to eat fried Oreos while I watched them. So it was all around a stellar day.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. What's bringing you joy, Neva?
Well, let's see. I have been still, taking things off my plate.
Yeah.
Taking responsibilities off my plate. And, which like every reading I have is like reminding me to keep doing that. And even when I get readings from other people and I'm just like, okay, like I get it. Thank you. But last weekend we had a little bonfire. We just have like a little metal, circle thing you get from like Tractor Supply. And we just like sat and had a bonfire and I was like, you know what, this is really fucking nice. Yeah. And then I have this app on my phone that you can point at the sky and it'll tell you what the stars and constellations are. And so I was like, I'm like, oh my God. And then it said ISS. I'm like, oh my God, do you want to see the International Space Station? And
Fuck
so like, we watched the International Space Station go by. And
that's so cool.
I was just like, I need more moments like this. Like this is good.
Yeah. It was just you and Avery?
Just me and Avery.
That's nice, though.
Yeah. I'm going to have... I invited some people over at the end of the month for a bonfire because I like fires.
Yeah. I like bonfires. We do a lot of bonfires in our yard.
I like looking at the fire and it's warm.
And setting things on fire, watching them burn to the ground.
Like the patriarchy.
Like, oh my God, I was going to say that. I love it. Oh, awesome. All right. Well, everyone, thank you for listening to our witchy list of TV shows and movies. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any that meant a lot to you, by all means, please feel free to leave them in the comments.
If you did not grow up in the 90s.
Yes. Yeah. If there are any newer ones that, us old ladies didn't understand or know, please leave those.
We were too busy going through college and then raising a family and starting jobs and,
doing all those things.
Doing the life things.
Right.
We just missed them.
Yeah. But please discuss and leave all of the comments and things or share.
Oh, can I say one more thing that's bringing me joy?
Yeah.
A local friend messaged me and said that she was listening to the podcast. And I was like, yay!
Yay! That's awesome. I love that.
So shout out to her.
Yes, absolutely. Shout out to all of you listeners. We love you very much. All 15 of you. But man, we treasure you guys. Share it far and wide.
Yes. Trick your friends and family into listening.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to the Lost Girls podcast. Please follow us on all of our fun social things.
Like and subscribe. I guess we're putting some of these on YouTube.
Yeah, I've been putting some of the videos on YouTube.
Okay. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe.
Yes. You get to see our beautiful faces.
and leave the stars at the places.
Yes, please. And download and share. I think we got it. I think we covered it.
All right.
All right. Bye, friends.
That was the perfect outro.
So professional.
Bye, friends.